Move to matters of security, where in an effort to put an end to the worrying number of criminal activities in the country, President Barrow has issued a final warning to criminals and bandits by ordering the National Guards Unit of the Armed Forces to be on standby for deployment to assume police duties. The small West African nation is currently exposed to a series of crimes that has instilled fear of insecurity to many, following several reports of killings and other related criminal activities. Details of that in this report by Juldenjai Suare.
Although the issue of organized crime is not prominent in the discourse, it nevertheless presents a serious concern for the public following a noticeable wave of criminal operations in the country. Concerned with the situation, the Gambian leader deemed it necessary to address the nation as the country continues to register an upsurge of reported violent crimes, especially alleged killings and thefts.
Unfortunately, it is now evident that some individuals and groups among us are taking advantage of the prevailing free and democratic environment to engage in violent-related crimes, such as illegal possession of arms, robbery, burglary, rape, and various types of assaults, some of which tragically end in fatalities. This must stop, and it must stop immediately.
Despite various mechanisms implemented by the security in combating the current fragile situation, unfortunate incidents continue to spark public discourse across the country. In 2021 alone, for example, more than 10 cases of killings were recorded as per media reports, some of which remain in police files without resolution. Gambia's head of state added that it is his primary duty as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces to keep the country safe, saying he will discharge his responsibilities without fear, favor, ill will, or affection.
As a final warning to the criminals and the bandits in our midst, I hereby order the National Guard Unit of the Armed Forces to be on standby for deployment when needed, to assume police duties as provided for under the National Guard Unit Police Duties Regulations. Together with all citizens, we must never allow the Gambia to be a safe haven for criminal acts and banditry.
Under these circumstances, the Gambian leader said he is duty-bound to remind and call upon all well-meaning Gambians and residents of the Gambia to equally take their own security seriously.
This is not about politics. Crime is not a political matter and therefore should not be politicized. Let us join forces to eliminate crime and expel all criminals from our communities.
The Gambian leader urged Gambians not to harbor criminals in their homes or try to assist in covering their crimes. He further stressed that the lives and properties that the law enforcement officers strive to protect belong to them. For iAfrica News, I am Juldenjai Suare.